WWE WrestleMania 36. It sucks. I'm sorry, but I have to strongly disagree with your opinions, JB. I love WrestleMania 36. Well, ding dong, your opinion is wrong. This event is a trash fire. It was supposed to happen in Tampa. It didn't happen in Tampa. I mean, it kind of happened in Tampa last year or this year. But whatever. WrestleMania 36 needs to be rebooked. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So, grab your deathmatch wrestler soda and let's begin. JJ rebooks WrestleMania 36. The good version. For starters, I think we need to upgrade the set. Let's look at the set that was originally happened. That's a good set. Replace this logo with the WrestleMania 36 logo for more content. And this is this stage we got. It stinks. Boo. And this is the stage that I would made. These two things are Titantrons, with this also being a Titantron. And this can be the way where the wrestlers come out. I think it's cool to have like the stage be like this instead of the boring performance center stage we had. So I think this stage should have been the WrestleMania 36 stage, in my opinion at least. Now another thing WrestleMania 36 had that sucked, that there was no fans. Well, I would do something a bit different. I present to you all WrestleMania Redemption. Now, what is WrestleMania Redemption, you may ask? Well, it's basically the Capitol Wrestling Center, but they did it early. And it would look like this, with like stadium seats. And you could put like a bunch of people on the screen at once. And it would be cool, and then people could cheer, and we actually would have fans, sort of, for WrestleMania 36. Now this is how WrestleMania week would play out in my books. We have Raw and the Hall of Fame. Now you may be asking, why is Raw and the Hall of Fame together? I would do a little thing called Hall of Fame. It sounds cheesy, and it's a way for them to get the Hall of Fame inductees in, because this year they did the Hall of Fame 2020 and 2021 at the same time. I feel like they've done the Hall of Fame on Raw, because, let's be honest, Raw back in 2020 in April was basically just a clip show. And same goes for SmackDown, some of the times. Man, SmackDown's better than Raw at everything. On Taco Tuesday, we got nothing. However, Wednesday is NXT, like always, before they went to Tuesdays, as of now, which is weird. I'm used to NXT being on Wednesdays, but now I gotta get them to be used on Tuesdays. Thursday is nothing. No NXT UK is on Thursdays, but they don't probably doing anything in April. Friday SmackDown, obviously, and Saturday is NXT TakeOver Homecoming. What is that? We'll get to it in like, I don't know, a couple minutes. Then we have WrestleMania 36 and the Raw After Mania, which everyone loves. But for some reason, WWE is making it a trash fire, because nothing exciting happened on the Raw After Mania. Now let's get back to NXT TakeOver Homecoming. Now what NXT TakeOver Homecoming is, in the real universe, NXT TakeOver didn't happen at WrestleMania week. They just like, we're just gonna throw all the matches on the random NXT episodes. Bro, it's the biggest week in wrestling history. You have to do a takeover. It's the law. Anyways, here's the match called the NXT Tag Team Championships, the North American Championship Triple Threat match, number one contenders 6-way ladder match, the NXT Championship, and the unsanctioned match. These 5 matches were, I think, like the main takeover matches that were originally supposed to happen at NXT TakeOver in Tampa, but didn't happen, so I put them on this show. Now, the biggest question you have to be asking me is, why is it called TakeOver Homecoming? Well, they haven't done an NXT TakeOver at Full Sail for like a long time. Yes, I know they did takeovers in Full Sail during the pandemic area, But they haven't done one in my universe since, like, Takeover the End, I'm assuming, I think. So, Takeover Homecoming would be a good name for this, and they can keep the pilot theme and just change the Tampa Bay words to Homecoming. That's what I would do. Now, folks, we have the main show, Wrestlemania. I would keep this one night event. I don't know why it's supposed to be 2 nights, because this DVD just splits up night 2. The Blu-ray is basically perfect, and so is the DVD. Why do you have to split up both nights? I said it before, I say it again. I know DVDs have a certain amount of range, but you could have put night 1 and night 2 on separate disc. It's not very hard. The Blu-ray is also very hard. They have some of night 2 on the first disc with night 1, and this isn't about DVDs and Blu-rays, this is about WrestleMania. I'm triggered! Now, the kickoff would be the same. They would have the Cesaro vs. Gulak and the Liv vs. Natalia. But I would have Aleister Black vs. Bobby Lashley because this match at the time seemed like it was a throwaway. It didn't need to happen, so that's why I put Black vs. Lashley on the kickoff show. Now, going into the actual WrestleMania show, we start the show with Elias vs. King Corbin. I don't know, filler. Then the women's tag title match would go down. Then Otis vs. Dolph Ziggler would go down. And then after all that filler, we get to the good stuff. First, we have the NXT Women's Championship. Then we have the Intercontinental Championship. Then the no DQ match between KO and Seth Rollins. Then the Universal Championship match. Then the Tag Team Championship match, which kind of is also a filler match, should I have to say so. And then finally, we have the juicy stuff. The Boneyard match. The Last Man Standing. The SmackDown Women's title. Now, as you can see, this is not a fatal 5-way. What I would do is I would have... Wait, who participated in this match again? Now, a couple weeks before WrestleMania, the storyline would be Sasha Banks, Lacey Evans, Tamina, and Naomi would compete in a Fatal 4-Way match where the winner would face Bayley for the SmackDown Championship at WrestleMania. Sasha Banks would win, and people really want Bayley versus Sasha Banks back in, like, the days of the Peoples or whatevers. So yeah, I put that match on the card as its own match. And Bayley would defeat Sasha Banks. It would be like a friendly fight, and Sasha would just lay down for Bayley to retain the title, and that's basically a bootleg show for you right there. Then the Firefly Funhouse match, then the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, then the Raw Women's Championship match, and then this is where things get interesting. As many of all know, some people like to perform at WrestleMania, and I would have The Weeknd perform Blinding Lights at WrestleMania.
JJ, why would you have The Weeknd perform Blinding Lights at WrestleMania 36? Also, I still don't like your opinion that WrestleMania 36 was garbage.
Again, ding dong, your opinion is wrong. And again, I don't know what I said before, but if Rob Gronkowski can host WrestleMania 36, in which in my universe, he hosts the kickoff show with Mojo Rawley, then The Weeknd perform Blinding Lights at WrestleMania, and also I would have The Weeknd host the show, because he wears a red suit. He doesn't wear it anymore, but he wears a red suit. I mean, they had Bad Bunny perform at WrestleMania 36, so WWE can just do whatever they want. And then finally, the main event would be Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. And that's my things. However, we still got one more thing to discuss. There was zero pyro. I mean, there was smoke. However, I found this on the internet, and I think we should all look at it. If it happens. Any second now. Any day now. There we go. Look at this pyrotechnic sound. And I don't want to get copyrighted by The Weeknd. Even though he's technically right here. And I wasn't lying, he does wear a suit, and he looks cool, so he should host WrestleMania 36 and not Football Star. And there you go. That's how I would book WrestleMania 36. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye! Why does this video seem so familiar? Wait a second. This video was originally going to be made 10 years last Wednesday, 6 weekend, but I ended up scrapping that video. You used a scrap video idea? Why? Once again, ding darn, your opinion is wrong. And that wasn't even an opinion. I just did that because I don't like you.